This t-shirt was made in the US, and it passed through many skilled hands before it was finally finished. In an era of mass production, why does American clothing manufacturing still rely so heavily on people? Downtown Los Angeles is one of the last places in the US where clothing is still made, and rural design and development is helping keep that tradition alive. At the center is Corinne Brothers.
We work with designers to design, develop, and produce their clothing here in downtown Los Angeles. So everything we make is made here.
The process begins long before a single stitch is made. First comes the creative direction.
So normally we'll make like a collage or a mood board to kind of pull that together relative to the season and the brand. And then we'll break that down into our specific pieces that we're making.
Once the concept for a garment is confirmed, the fabric is sourced.
There are two varieties. Woven fabric is so much stiffer, and it doesn't stretch as much as this jersey does, the knit fabric.
Next comes one of the most technical steps, pattern making. Corinne starts by drawing a life-size flat sketch, typically by hand. Each piece, front, back, and sleeves, is outlined on special dot paper. The shapes will eventually be used as a guide or template for the fabric cutter.
So these three pieces right here are what is going to make up our shirt.
After the sample pattern is approved, it's used to create all the other sizes through a process called grading. The goal is to make sure the fit stays consistent across the full size range. Most grading today is done using digital software. The sample is scanned and scaled, and the software allows for precise, efficient adjustments. After the pattern is ready in all sizes, the next step is to create a marker.
And that marker is kind of like a big puzzle of all of these graded pattern pieces.
Without an efficient marker, cutting would be inconsistent, wasteful, and costly. The marker is precisely used by the cutter, in this case, Victor.
You need a marker on top of the fabric to cut it up.
He's been doing this for over 25 years, and when it comes to handling fabric layers with precision, he's the one everyone trusts. Once all the pieces are cut, they're ready to be sewn together. Knit fabric moves a lot, so workers have to guide it carefully to keep it from stretching out. Once sewn, the shirt goes through a finishing process, which includes pressing, trimming, quality checks, and folding.
The final inspection and care that it takes to take a look at that garment, make sure it's exactly right, and then package it up for its final destination.
Every step in the process involves a human touch, not just hands on machines, but eyes checking details, careful measuring, and judgment calls that no software can replace.
Clothing is, I think, the perfect hybrid between machine and man. There's so much talk of technologies, but clothing manufacturing itself, as it currently stands and has stood for, hundreds and more than that years, it could not be done without a human hand and process. So every step of the way, it involves not only a human, but also a human who is paying special attention and care to this process.